Hello everyone, welcome to ViTech Talks. In this lecture, we are going to talk about mainly Splunk integration with MuleSoft. Okay, so what is Splunk and how we are going to integrate with MuleSoft and what are the advantages with this Splunk? Okay, this is what we are going to talk about today. Just try to understand this Splunk, what is Splunk, then we'll see how to create a Splunk account and how to set up the Splunk software into your local machine. Then how to integrate our API with Splunk. It's like mainly we are going to use it for external logging. Okay, external logging purpose, mainly we are going to use this. Okay, so by using Splunk, what we can do, we can create dashboards. Okay, suppose there is an API. Sometimes it is going for a down. It's like it is giving 500 internal error or 502 or 400. Okay, I want to see the log information. Okay, to see log information anyway, we are deploying our application into CloudHub, correct? Then why do we need Splunk? Okay, this is one of the external logging mechanism. Okay, here we can generate the reports and we can create the dashboards. So the main use case is like, if you see here, by default, the logs are going to store in CloudHub is only 30 days. Okay, after 30 days, I want to analyze something. Okay, so how my API is going to perform? So how it is behaving? Okay, if you want to see that. So in that case, we are going to use Splunk or ELK. Okay, ELK we'll talk about. Okay, that is another tool. It's like ELK. Elastic Log Kibana. Okay, so that we'll see later. And today we are going to concentrate on mainly Splunk. Okay, Splunk is widely used an enterprise tool in IT for monitoring and analyzing the logs. I want to monitor and I want to analyze the logs. How my API is working. Okay, Splunk is going to help us. In today's world, the APIs are playing very important role. So that is the reason we need to see logging correct information for each API is becoming of paramount of importance. Okay. So nowadays, everything, even if you talk about web applications, there are many APIs. Even if you see net banking, RedWebs, Make My Trip, mobile apps, everything, it is depends on APIs only. Okay. So if you don't implement Splunk or external logging, what is the problem? What is the problem here? See, by default, Mule APIs are deployed into CloudHub. All logs are stored into, managed directly into CloudHub environment. Okay. So here, mainly, it is going to store, okay, the logs at max 30 days. At max 30 days. Suppose, as per the audit or security governance compliance, okay, I want to see the logs for entire year or last 6 months. It is not going to help us, CloudHub. So that is the reason what we are doing, external logging. Okay, external logging. So there are many tools, but today we are going to see the use case like, okay, how to integrate with this Splunk. Okay, how integration is going to happen in a Splunk. So these are the steps we are going to follow mainly. So first we need to create a Splunk account. Then we are going to install Splunk in your local machine. Then we need to generate one token. Okay. Then we are going to MuleSoft Anypoint Studio and we are going to create one sample flow or one sample API. And we are going to add the loggers and we need to configure Splunk operations. It's like mainly the configuration changes. Okay. First we need to change, we need to add the dependencies in pom.xml. Next, log4j2.xml also. There are some configurations. I'll tell you. Okay. Then once the configurations and everything is done, we need to deploy your Mule application into your local. Then we need to test our API so that you can able to see the logs in your console as well as in your Splunk. Okay. So there you need to create one index. Based on this index, we are going to search our logs. Okay, this is the flow. Even this is very, very important in interviews as well as in real time. In interviews, you can explain all the steps. This is fine. Okay, if you explain all these steps, that is well and good. Okay, let's get started into the practical. So first, what we need to do, you need to create one Splunk account. Okay, you need to create one Splunk account. All the links I'm going to provide in the video description. Just go to video description and you can find the links. Copy this link, or else directly you can go to splunk.com. Okay, splunk.com. So here, click on this free trial. Okay, click on this free trial. So here, you need to provide your username. I mean, it's like email. The password you need to set up. So anyway, I have already created my account. Okay. So that is the reason it is showing unavailable. Okay. Your first name, last name, your job title, phone number, company. Okay. If you are from India, then you can select India, or else you can select different country. Then postal code. Click on these checkboxes and create your account. As soon as if you create your account, okay, there is one automated email. There is one automated email. It will go to your corresponding email ID. Okay, this is my email ID. So here you can see, hi ViTech, welcome to Splunk. Please use the below link to verify your account. So what you need to do is you need to verify your account and you need to set up your username and password. Okay, that is first point. Okay, once it is done, okay, once it is done, what you need to do, you need to log in. Okay, you need to log in into your username and password. Just you can log in here. See here, there is one button, login. So here you can provide your email ID or username. So it is trying to log in here. Don't save any passwords. Don't save any passwords. See, just observe. So as soon as if you log in, here you can able to see the download version. Suppose if you are using Mac version, can go to Mac. If you are using Linux operating system, then go to Linux. I'm using Windows. Okay, download now. Click on this download button. Just click on this download button. See, it is downloading. So once it is downloaded, okay, so what you can do is you can copy this software and keep it into any separate folder. Okay, any separate folder if you want. So it's like backup purpose. So always what you can do, you can keep all the softwares into separate folder. Okay. So this is my software, so which I have downloaded, okay, and copy pasted already. So what you can do, just click, okay, just give right click and run as administrator or double click. Anything is fine. Okay. Just double click this one. Just double click. It is trying to install. See, this is already installed in my mission. Okay. That is the reason I'm unable to install now. Okay. It's fine. So the installing Splunk is very simple. Just to go to the corresponding software and double click and click on next, 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 and click on finish finally. Okay. So this is how you can install. So once it is installed, what is the next step? So once it is installed, the next step is, okay, you have to type this. So it's very important. See 127.0.0.1. So that means local host 8000. Okay. Just go to browser. Either you can type localhost 8000. See localhost 8000. Once the Splunk is installed, it is going to run the port with 8000, or else you can type 127.0.0.1 8000/. Anything is going to work. Either you can use localhost or this IP address. Okay. Once it is done, so this is my username, which I have set it for this. Try to log in here. Just try to log in. See, once it is logged in, okay, so what you need to do, go to settings. Okay, go to settings. So here you need to select, just a second. First, I'll go through all the steps here. Okay. So first, what we need to do, we need to download and install. Okay, first you need to create one Splunk account. So once it is created, then you need to install. This is the first step. Next, after installation, you need to log in. This is second step. Now we need to generate one token. Okay, now we need to generate one token, and we need to use this token into your log4j. Okay, to generate token, what we need to do is, okay, settings, data inputs, HTTP event controller, HTTP event collector, new token. Okay. So once it is done, just come down. We need to create an index. Okay. To search the logs, we need to create index. Then we need to create one sample Mule application. Once it is done, so these are the configurations. Okay, these are the configurations we need to apply. Okay, we'll see step by step. Now we are in to generate a token. Okay, how to generate token? Data inputs. Go to settings. Settings. Data inputs here, or else what you can do, you can search here. Data inputs. Data inputs. So here you need to select HTTP event collector. Okay, HTTP event collector. So here you can see add new. Okay, so click on this one. See, we do have already one. Okay, earlier I have created. If you want to generate new token, so here you can see new token button. Click on this one. Just click on this one. The name you can provide, okay. So I'll keep it as vVision or test I will keep, okay. Simply I'll keep it as test. Of test, right, okay. The name Mule Splunk logging. Mule Splunk logging. Now click on next. So here you need to create new index. It's very important. You need to create new index, or if you want to use any existing index, yes, you can use it. In my case, I'm going to create new index. My index name is vVision. Okay. No need to select anything. Just click on save here. So once you have created, just you need to add this. It's very, very important one. Okay. You need to create index. I'll tell you why do we need to create index. Okay. So how it is going to help us. So by searching the logs, it is going to help. Okay. If you want to search any logs, then this is going to help us. Now click on review. Okay. Click on review and click on submit. Okay. Click on submit. Now the token is generated. So this is our token. This is our token now. Now again, go to settings, data inputs. HTTP event collector. So here you can see Mule Splunk logging. Okay, this is our token now. This is our token. Now go to global settings. So we need to enable this. Okay, enable. The type is log4j. Okay, just you can filter and select if you don't find this. Okay, log4j, you can select log4j. So what is the default index? My default index is vVision. Okay, you need to select this one and click on save it. Just do click on save. So this is our token. Now Splunk. Okay, Splunk setup is done. So this part is done. First step and second step is completed. Create account and setup and Splunk installation and token generation is done. Now the pending task is create sample Mule application. Okay. So in order to create sample Mule application, go to any Punch Studio. Okay. Click on this file, new Mule project. I'm going to create ViTech Calci API. Just I'm going to create one sample application here. See, if you have already designed any RAML, you can take it from there, or else it's fine. You can create normal application. That is also fine. So let me take username and password. This is my username and password to download the RAML. See, if you have RAML, then you can download it, or else it's fine. It's not required. Okay, it's not working. It's totally fine. Simply I'll do drag and drop. Create one sample application. Just drag the listener here. Okay, just drag the listener. I need to configure the port and resource path. My resource path is /calc. The port number is 8081. It's totally fine. Now to save it. Okay, just add logger here. Just add one logger. So here, API flow started. This is my first logger. And also I want to see the input. Just I'm going to keep it as payload here. Okay, just type input. And category also you need to provide. Okay, I'll tell you later. Okay, so what we need to add here. So based on the configurations. Now, so in order to do summation of two numbers, okay, we need two variables, right? Okay, we need two variables. So what you can do is, suppose you are going to pass it via query parameters, then you can use variable, or else we can directly use it. Okay, set variable. Number one, name also number one, the value. Click on this expression mode. Attributes dot query prompts dot number one. Same like you can take another variable. It's like number two. Okay, next what we need to do is we need to display the message, right? So for this, we are going to use transform message. So instead of Java, you can make it as JSON. So result. So what is the result? Sum of two numbers equal to plus plus within the braces vars dot number one plus vars dot number two. It is going to consider as string here. So for that, what we can do is attribute as number. So make this change. Either you can make the change in variable or transform message as number. Now it is going to consider as number. Okay. Now the error is gone. Now this is our sample flow. Also add one more logger here. sum of two numbers. Okay, just I'm going to keep it as sum of two numbers. Flow is completed. Okay, flow is completed. So we'll test all the scenarios. It's like positive and negative. Now, so what is the next configuration? So it's very, very important. Now the flow is ready. Go to source main resources. Okay, just to go to source main resources. It's very, very important. So we need to make some changes here. Log4j 2.xml. So here there is one change, and also there is one more change in pom.xml. Okay, first we will add all the necessary information in pom.xml. Okay, what are the dependencies it is required? Just observe here the dependencies which it is required in the repository. Okay, in the repository, just you need to add this. Okay, Splunk repository, Splunk release. Okay, so this repository we need to add. See here, here you can see repositories. Just we need to add this repository and select this one, Control Shift F. Okay, automatically it is going to format. Now Splunk.jfrog repository we have added. Now we need to add the below dependencies. These three dependencies are very, very important. Suppose you want to check this dependency. Yes. Splunk logging, Maven repository. Yes. You can go to Google and here also you can identify. Okay. Splunk logging, Maven repos. In this place also, you can able to identify the corresponding dependencies and you can able to add. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to provide the entire project in a Splunk library Java logging. So here also you can see the same. So it's loading. See here. If you want, you can copy it from here also. Dependency, yes. You need to copy this dependency. So like this, one is Splunk and one is log4j for core and log4j API. These three dependencies, you need to keep it into your pom.xml. Just copy this. Go to dependencies. In this section, you can add it in anywhere, even in top or bottom. Okay, anything is going to work. Okay, now just do save it. As soon as if you save, see the jars are downloading in the bottom section. Okay, the corresponding jars are going to download. Next step is go to source main resources, log4j2.xml. So after adding dependencies, we need to make some more configurations. Okay, so here you can see configuration. Okay, configuration, just only configuration is there. So here you need to add a little bit more. Okay, just do copy paste this. So this is like the packages. Okay, what are the packages? It is going to take and it is going to configure. Okay, see com.mulesoft.com logging appender. Okay, it's like logging appender and Splunk logging. Okay, all the 3 dependencies which we have added, right? Okay. So those packages just we are configuring here. Okay. Next. It is very important. Splunk HTTP. So the Splunk configurations we need to add here. The Splunk configurations. Okay. I'm going to add the appenders, right? Okay. That is appenders. Yes. Inside this 20th line, just do copy paste. Control Shift F. Okay. If you want, you can change it. Now, it's very important. We need to change the token here first. Then what is the index? Just to go to your Splunk account. So this is my token. My index is vVision. Token, just do copy paste. Index is vVision. This is done. This is first step, and this one is second step. Now, instead of these loggers, okay, just do copy paste these configurations. Just do copy paste. Just remove that. Okay, anyway, I'm going to provide this entire project in a description. Okay, just go to that GitHub account and you can take the configurations. You can take the configurations. Control Shift F. Okay, in this async logger, okay. So what we have added, Splunk.logger, right? Okay, this Splunk.logger, you need to configure into your loggers. See, as many loggers you want, you can keep it. That's not a problem. There is no limit at all. But I have added only 2 loggers here. Okay, even you want to see the output of this one, then just print the payload. Completed of payload. Okay, once again. So what are the things we have configured? It's very, very important. In this configuration section, we have added these 2 lines. Next, Splunk HTTP. This is very, very important. We need to generate a token and we need to add the index also here. Then add these loggers. Okay, add this async loggers. All warnings and errors and everything I need to log, right? Okay. So here, if you observe here, so far I have enabled for only info. So far we have enabled for only info. Okay. So here you can see error is there, trace is there, warning is there, debug is there. Okay. So by default I have added info. Later I will add for error 2. We will see how errors are going to store it in our Splunk. Okay, now the setup is done. Just run your API. Deploy this API into your local system. So meanwhile, what we can do is you can go to, okay, let me log out here. So once again, I'm going to log in with your username and password. You can log in. So once it is login, so here you can see search and reporting. Okay, search and reporting. Okay, how to verify the logs. Okay, how to verify the logs, search and reporting. So here we can search your logs. Just click on this one, search your index equal to double quotes vvision. Okay, last 24 hours. So here you can see, okay, last 30 seconds or 1 minute, last 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, all the time, last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, okay, last year. Okay, so far we didn't test. Okay, it is running in our local. So meanwhile, I'm going to prepare Postman collection for this. Okay, click on this new button, get localhost 8081. So calc parameters I'm passing via query parameters. Number 1, 20. Number 2, 30. Okay, it is failed. A server in running port is 8081 is already exist. Okay, it seems like there is one application, it's already running. Let me verify. Is there any my previous applications are running? No. So okay, what I will do is, okay, I'll make a change. So instead of 8081, let me keep it as 8085 for testing purpose. Oh, okay. So this is the one I think I have configured. I have configured 2 HTTP listeners. Anyway, let it be 8085. Now try to deploy the application into your local. Just wait for a few seconds to get it deploy the application. So let me change the port is 8085 calc. Suppose if you are going to pass the input via body, then you can select the body raw JSON. Okay, like this you need to configure. But our requirement is to pass the input based on query parameters. Just click on the send button. Okay. Just wait for to get it deploy. Get it deploy into your local first. It is deployed successfully now. Okay, it is deployed successfully now. Clear the logs. Now, first try to run the application in your local. See here. So what is the result? Sum of two numbers equal to 50. Let me change 90 here. Sum of two numbers equal to 120. Yes. Now, what are the logs we are printing? See, observe carefully. It's very important. See, whatever the logs you can see, Splunk.logger, okay, API flow started, the input, okay, the input, it is not printing anyway. So why it is not printing? See here, we are using payload, but we are passing via query prompts, correct? So that is the reason it is not printing. So attributes dot query prompts. Just simply, I'll make this change. Okay. Anyway, we do have these logs. The same logs we are going to expect in a Splunk. Now what you can do is go to Splunk. Okay, just go to Splunk, search here. See the beauty. So here I can see, here you can see the logs. See the same logs. Sum of two numbers, flow is completed. Okay, this is my message. Suppose you want to see only the severity. Okay, just you want to search with only info logs. Yes, you can do that. Add to search here. Add to search here. Just click on this search, or okay, now again it is redeployed. So we have made change. Okay, we have made a change to display the input as input attributes. Now let me try to change it here. 50 and 60. 50 and 60. You can see sum of two numbers 110. Okay, 110. Just observe the logs here. See, API flow started. Input number 1 50, number 2 60. Sum of two numbers, flow is completed. Sum of two numbers equal to 110 here. Now let me make it as fail. Just make it as number 1 is A. See, we are getting 500 server error. Okay, 500 server error. So before this, what we can do, you can validate the number and you can throw bad request also. Okay, for testing purpose, I have given, instead of numbers, I'm going to provide some characters. Okay, now go to Splunk. Go to Splunk once again. So here you can see search and reporting. Search and reporting. So here you need to search with your index. Index equal to vvision. So last 24 hours or last 5 minutes. Okay, last 5 minutes window. So whatever you want, you can search here. See, you can observe. So why it is failing? Okay, even why it is failing, everything it is going to get a display here. So what is the severity here? It's like error. Okay, just you want to see the error. Yes, add to search. Add to search. Let me remove this. Just do search. It's not working. See here now, I want to see only errors. Okay, just I want to see at last 24 hours, what are the errors it is occurred. Okay, or last 5 minutes or last 15 minutes. So this kind of flexibility we do have in a Splunk. Even if you want to see error logs, yes, you can see error logs. If you want to see info level, yes, you can do info level. If you want to see debug level, yes, you can see debug level. See, cannot coerce string 66 triple C's to number. Okay, there is one issue. So like this, you can identify. Okay, now if you don't want to search with errors, what you can do is you can provide info also. So I want to see only info level logs. Okay, it is loading. Just wait for a second. See here. See here, what are the properties we are passing? See, the API flow started, input number equal to 60, number 2 equal to 60, number 1 is 66 triple C. So this is the info. Okay, this is the info level. But if you want to see error level, yes, you can change the severity to error level. So here you can see the visualization also. If you want to create any reports, yes, you can create the reports. Okay, there are a lot of things it is there. You can go through it. Okay, here you can see dashboard also. Okay, there is one option called dashboard. If you want, you can create the dashboards. You want to create reports. If you want to create alerts, everything it is possible here. Okay, so that is the beauty of Splunk. That's the beauty of Splunk. So this is how you can configure. Okay, if you want to create new dashboard, yes. If you want to create any dashboard title, the permissions, if you want to create it, and you can generate the dashboard kind of thing. Like, okay, at what time it is going to fail and what time the server is down. Okay, everything you can create a report also. Okay, you can create add panels and add input. So everything it is available, but today's agenda is mainly to store the logs. Okay, to store the logs and how to create the just how to search the logs. Now index equal to vvision last 24 hours. Okay, suppose now instead of 60, so what I will do is 90. So this is successfully it is printing, right? See, sum of two numbers equal to 150. Let me verify this. See, as soon as it is printing in the console, okay, the same time, okay, the same logs we can see it here. So as a raw text, if you want to see the raw text, yes. If you want to see the raw text, yes, you can see. Okay, that's the beauty of Splunk. Okay, that's it for today. In this video, just go through it. Okay, just go through it. If you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment section so that I'll happy to assist you for the same. Thanks for watching this. Happy learning.